This is an example of Tunisian double crochet. I'm using the double crochet term as in the double crochet stitch that the Americans work. In the UK we would call this a treble, but in Tunisian crochet it tends to be called Tunisian double crochet. So I'll now demonstrate how to work this stitch. I've started with a chain of 10 stitches and I've worked the foundation row. As with all double crochet, the stitch that the swatch is going to be in is not defined until you start working the next row of stitches. To work the double crochet stitch, you start with a chain at the edge. Because we're going to make a taller stitch, we're making the equivalent of a double crochet in American terms or a treble in British terms. So I do chain one at the end, and then I'm going to do yarn around the hook and then through the front vertical bar to pick up a new loop, yarn around the hook and pull through 2. So I've still got one loop left on the hook for that stitch. So again, yarn around the hook, through the vertical bar, pull a new loop through, yarn around the hook and pull through 2. Yarn around the hook, through the vertical bar, yarn around the hook and pull through 2. So you're working the first part of a double or treble crochet stitch, leaving the last pull through stitch on the hook. So yarn around hook, pull through 2, yarn around hook, pull through 2, through the vertical bar, yarn around hook and pull through 2, yarn around hook and pull through 2. So I've got one more vertical bar to go through here. We still need to work a double crochet stitch into the end here. So again, I go round hook, pick up both sides of the chain as before, pull through a new loop, yarn round hook and pull through 2. So we have the same height of stitches all the way along. And now I work a normal return pass. So again, the return pass will be chain 1 and then yarn around hook and pull through 2 all the way to the end of the row. So the Tunisian double crochet is a combination of the Tunisian slip stitch, simple stitch, in that we're going through the front vertical bar, but it's a taller stitch because it's double crochet in American terms. So again, I'm starting with a chain 1, yarn round hook, through the vertical bar, pull through 2. So all the way along we're working the first part of a double crochet or treble in British terms. Through the front bar. We're nearly at the end of the row again. So again, we still have to do our yarn round hook and then into, and again you need to look for your 2 chain. You will have sorry, we need to find the correct 2 chain, because you have had the treble stitch as well at this end here, or double crochet should I say. So through the 2 chain at the end and pull through 2. In fact, that isn't in quite the right place, so let me just rework that one. It can sometimes be a little bit difficult to see which is the stitches you're trying to pick up. So it's that there. There we are. Pull through 2. Right. And then again work your normal return pass. So it's chain 1 at the end, and then yarn round hook and pull through 2 back to the beginning again. Sorry. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to keep in place. There we go. So you can see that it creates a much taller stitch. I'll do one more row. So start with the chain 1 and then yarn round hook through the vertical bar, yarn round hook and pull through 2. Pull through 2. You can work, I happen to hold my crochet hook in the knife hold. It would be exactly the same if you used the pen hold. I'm not very good at crocheting with this particular hold, but it would be the same process of yarn round hook through the vertical bar, back through, depending on whichever method you prefer to hold your hook. And I've now got down to the last stitch again, so yarn round hook, look for my chain at the end here, pull through, yarn round hook and pull through 2, and then again we work off a standard reverse pass. The Tunisian double crochet can have a bit more of a bias to it than some of the other crochet stitches. All Tunisian crochet tends to have a bit of a bias and needs blocking, but some stitches, like this one, can have a bit more bias to them. So that's the Tunisian double crochet.